Welcome back to my channel. Today, we dive deep into a storyline that has shaken the emotional core of CBS's The Bold and the Beautiful. The drama, heartbreak, and profound emotional struggles of Ridge and Taylor have taken an unexpected turn as Ridge faces a devastating diagnosis that changes everything, not just for him but for his family and loved ones. With the wedding of Ridge and Taylor on the horizon, the couple seems poised for happiness, but beneath the surface, a storm is brewing that threatens to derail their future. As Ridge and Taylor prepare for their wedding, they are filled with excitement and anticipation. They have waited for this day for so long, after everything they've been through. Their love has been tested by time, by misunderstandings, by betrayals, but now, it seems, they are finally on the path to happiness. The wedding is to be a celebration of their commitment to each other, a declaration of their love and the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. But not everything is as it seems. Ridge, who is usually strong, confident, and in control, has been experiencing frequent headaches. At first, he brushes it off, thinking it's just stress from wedding preparations and his demanding work schedule. But the headaches grow more intense, and they begin to affect his daily life. Concerned, Taylor suggests that he see a doctor. Reluctantly, Ridge agrees to go for an examination, not realizing that this decision will soon lead to life-altering news. After a series of tests, Ridge receives the devastating diagnosis: he has Alzheimer's disease. The news is like a punch to the gut, knocking the breath out of him. Alzheimer's is a progressive and incurable disease, one that gradually steals away a person's memories and cognitive abilities. The doctors tell him that there is no cure, and the best he can do is manage the symptoms for as long as possible. The prognosis is clear: Ridge will eventually lose his ability to function, and his condition will worsen over time. For Ridge, this news is a crushing blow. He is a man who has always been in control, someone who has faced challenges head-on and emerged stronger. To hear that his mind, the very thing that has defined him, is slowly betraying him, is almost more than he can bear. Taylor, devastated by the news, holds him as he struggles to process the enormity of what has just been revealed. Ridge, though shaken, insists that Taylor keep his diagnosis a secret. He doesn't want anyone to pity him. He doesn't want to be seen as weak or broken. He wants to live the remainder of his life with dignity and pride, and he believes that keeping the diagnosis hidden is the best way to do that. He asks Taylor to support him in this decision, even as the weight of it all threatens to consume him. Taylor, though heartbroken, agrees to keep the secret. She knows how much Ridge values his independence, and she respects his wishes. But she also understands that this is not a battle Ridge can fight alone. She promises to be there for him, no matter what, and they begin to make plans for their future, even though it feels uncertain. In the midst of all this, Ridge and Taylor make the decision to move their wedding up. They want to celebrate their love while Ridge is still able to be part of it fully. They don't know how much time they have, and they don't want to wait any longer. The wedding will be an intimate affair, with only their closest friends and family present, but it will be a moment of love and joy in the midst of the pain. As the wedding date approaches, Ridge's condition becomes more apparent. His memory begins to falter. He forgets small things, loses track of time, and struggles with basic tasks. Taylor watches helplessly, unable to do anything but comfort him. She sees the man she loves slipping away, and it tears her apart. But she remains strong for him, determined to make their remaining time together as special as possible. After the wedding, Ridge and Taylor plan to leave Los Angeles for a while. They want to take a trip, to see the world, to create new memories together before the inevitable takes its toll on Ridge's health. They tell their friends and family that they are simply going on a vacation, not revealing the full extent of Ridge's condition. It's their way of making the most of the time they have left, even if that time is limited. However, not everyone is blind to what is happening. Steffi, Ridge and Taylor's daughter, begins to notice strange behavior in her father. She sees him acting forgetful, confused, and distant at times. Steffi, who has always been close to her father, can't shake the feeling that something is off. She remembers that Ridge had gone to the hospital for tests, and she becomes more suspicious. Steffi's concern grows, and she begins to ask around, trying to find out what's going on. She knows her father well, and she can tell that something is wrong. Steffi approaches Taylor, hoping to get some answers. "Mom, what's going on with Dad?" Steffi asks, her voice filled with concern. "He's been acting strange lately, and I know he's been to the hospital. Please, tell me the truth." Taylor hesitates, unsure of how to answer. She doesn't want to betray Ridge's trust, but she knows Steffi deserves to know. Finally, after a long pause, she tells Steffi the truth: Ridge has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Steffi is shocked. She can't believe what she's hearing. Her father, the man who has always been so strong and capable, is now facing a disease that will rob him of everything. Steffi's heart breaks for him, and for her mother, who is carrying the weight of this secret. "I'm so sorry, Steffi," Taylor says, her voice filled with emotion. "Ridge didn't want anyone to know. He didn't want pity, and he didn't want anyone to treat him differently. But it's true. He's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and there's nothing we can do to stop it." Steffi, trying to process this devastating information, struggles to find the right words. "How could this be happening?" she whispers. "How can we just pretend everything is fine? We need to do something." Taylor reassures her that they are doing everything they can to support Ridge. "We have to take it one day at a time," she says softly. "And we have to be there for him, no matter what. He's going to need all of us." Despite the difficult situation, Steffi agrees to support her mother and father through this. She promises to help them in any way she can, and she begins to spend more time with Ridge, offering him her love and support. In the days that follow, Ridge's condition continues to worsen. His memory fails him more frequently, and his ability to do simple tasks diminishes. Taylor, who has been by his side through it all, is devastated by how quickly things are changing. But she remains steadfast, continuing to fulfill her promise to Ridge that she would be there for him no matter what. As the family adjusts to the reality of Ridge's condition, they begin to realize that this is not just a battle for Ridge alone, it is a family struggle. Steffi, Thomas, and even Brooke come together, setting aside their differences to support Ridge through his illness. They know that, while time may be limited, they can still make every moment count. Ridge and Taylor's wedding, while initially meant to be a celebration of their love and future, becomes a bittersweet reminder of the fleeting nature of time. As they exchange vows, surrounded by their family, it is clear that their love, while enduring, will soon face a new challenge, one that none of them are prepared for. In The Bold and the Beautiful, nothing is ever truly easy, and every moment is filled with complexity and emotion. As Ridge and Taylor continue to navigate the difficult journey ahead, they are not alone. Their family stands by them, offering support, love, and strength, even as the inevitable approaches. This storyline reminds us that, in the face of loss and hardship, love remains the strongest force of all. Next, we will delve into the heart-wrenching storyline surrounding Liam Spencer's battle with a life-threatening brain tumor, exploring the desperate search for a cure, the potential involvement of crossover character David Hayward, and the emotional stakes for Liam's family as time slips away. This gripping saga on The Bold and the Beautiful has fans on the edge of their seats, and we're here to unpack every dramatic detail, add fresh perspectives, and imagine new dimensions to this emotional roller coaster. Liam Spencer's dire diagnosis, a race against time. Liam Spencer, a beloved character whose life has been a whirlwind of romance and family drama, now faces his greatest challenge yet: a brain tumor that threatens to steal him away from everything he holds dear. The diagnosis came as a shock to both Liam and his loved ones, casting a dark shadow over his once vibrant life. His condition has deteriorated rapidly, with doctors delivering the grim news that without immediate and innovative intervention, his days may be numbered. The tumor, aggressive and relentless, has left even the most seasoned medical professionals scrambling for answers. As each day passes, the weight of this life-or-death struggle grows heavier, turning every moment into a precious commodity for Liam. Beyond the medical reports and sterile hospital walls, Liam's personal battle adds layers of complexity to this storyline. He wrestles with the fear of the unknown, grappling with questions about his mortality while trying to shield his family from the harsh truth. The idea of a miracle cure feels like a distant dream, but whispers of a potential savior have begun to circulate, igniting a flicker of hope in this otherwise bleak situation. Could a groundbreaking solution be within reach, or is this just another false promise in a long line of disappointments? Enter David Hayward, a crossover hope from Pine Valley. In a twist that has soap opera fans buzzing with excitement, rumors are swirling that David Hayward, a complex and brilliant doctor from All My Children, might cross over to The Bold and the Beautiful to lend his expertise to Liam's case. Known for his controversial yet often effective methods in Pine Valley, David has a reputation as a medical maverick who isn't afraid to push ethical boundaries to save lives. His past is checkered with both heroic triumphs and villainous schemes, but when it comes to his medical prowess, few can rival his innovative thinking. Could this be the lifeline Liam so desperately needs? David's potential involvement brings a fresh wave of intrigue to the storyline. Imagine a character as unpredictable as David stepping into the high-stakes world of the Spencers and Forresters, bringing with him a suitcase full of unconventional ideas and a determination to defy the odds. Perhaps he has been following rare medical journals or conducting secretive research on brain tumors, uncovering a little-known experimental treatment that could buy Liam precious time. While his methods might raise eyebrows among Liam's current team of doctors, his track record of pulling off the impossible could make him the wild card they need. Will David's arrival spark tension or collaboration as everyone races to save Liam's life? Bill Spencer's relentless quest to save his son. Bill Spencer, Liam's father, has never been one to back down from a fight, and this battle for his son's life is no exception. With his trademark determination and deep pockets, Bill is moving heaven and earth to find the best medical minds in the world to treat Liam. He's not just looking for a single doctor, he's assembling a dream team of specialists, leveraging every connection in his vast network to ensure no stone is left unturned. From international conferences to underground medical forums, Bill is scouring the globe for a breakthrough, even if it means bending the rules or calling in favors from questionable sources. Bill's mission is not just about finding a cure, it's personal. Beneath his tough exterior lies a father consumed by guilt and a burning need to make things right with Liam. Past conflicts and harsh words haunt him as he realizes how much time he's wasted on petty disagreements. Bringing someone like David Hayward into the fold could be Bill's chance to prove his love and dedication, showing Liam that he's willing to go to any lengths to save him. Picture Bill pacing the hospital corridors late at night, phone in hand, negotiating with top neurosurgeons or funding experimental trials out of his own pocket. Will his efforts pay off, or will the weight of this responsibility crush even a man as powerful as Bill Spencer? Liam's hidden struggle. Protecting his daughter's innocence. At the heart of Liam's story are his two young daughters, who remain blissfully unaware of the storm raging in their father's life. These little girls, full of laughter and boundless energy, are Liam's reason to keep fighting, even as his body betrays him. He dreams of watching them grow up, celebrating milestones like their first day of school, teaching them to ride bikes, and walking them down the aisle someday. But with each passing day, those dreams feel more like fragile illusions, slipping through his fingers as the tumor tightens its grip. Determined to preserve their innocence, Liam has chosen to hide his illness from his children, a decision that weighs heavily on his heart. Instead of resting in a hospital bed, connected to beeping monitors and 4 drips, he pushes himself to create joyful memories with his girls. From sneaking out for impromptu picnics in the park to dancing with them at a daddy-daughter event, Liam is pouring every ounce of his dwindling energy into moments of normalcy. Visualize him twirling his daughters under twinkling lights, a forced smile masking the pain shooting through his head, all while knowing this could be one of their last dances. His resolve to shield them from worry is both heartbreaking and heroic, but it also raises the question: at what cost to his health is he maintaining this facade? The urgent need for treatment, a ticking clock. While Liam's heart yearns to spend every possible second with his family, the harsh reality of his condition looms large. The brain tumor is not waiting for heartfelt goodbyes or cherished memories, it's growing, pressing against vital areas of his brain, and threatening catastrophic consequences. Medical experts have warned that delaying treatment could drastically reduce his already slim chances of survival. Every missed appointment, every day spent outside the hospital, brings him closer to an irreversible tipping point. Time, once an abstract concept, has become Liam's most formidable enemy. The urgency to find a solution is palpable, and the introduction of David Hayward into this narrative could be a game-changer. Imagine tense late-night meetings in hospital boardrooms, with David proposing a daring plan involving a cutting-edge procedure that's only been tested on a handful of patients worldwide. Liam's current doctors might hesitate, citing the risks, but with the clock ticking, hesitation feels like a luxury they can't afford. Could this experimental approach extend Liam's life long enough for a permanent cure to emerge? Or will the gamble backfire, leaving everyone grappling with even greater loss? Emotional stakes and unanswered questions. As Liam's story unfolds, the emotional stakes couldn't be higher, not just for him but for everyone around him. Bill's quest to save his son is a chance for redemption, a way to mend fractured bonds before it's too late. Liam, meanwhile, faces the agonizing choice between fighting for his life in a cold, clinical setting or savoring fleeting moments with his daughters, knowing each choice could be his last. The potential involvement of David Hayward adds a layer of unpredictability. Will he be the hero who defies the odds, or will his controversial methods lead to heartbreak? New dimensions to this storyline could include the reactions of other key characters in Liam's life. Perhaps Steffi Forrester, with whom Liam shares a complicated history, steps in to support him, her own heart breaking as she watches him struggle. Maybe Hope Logan, another pillar in Liam's world, begins researching alternative therapies, driven by a mix of love and desperation. Visualize town hall-style meetings where the extended Spencer and Forrester families rally together, organizing fundraisers for experimental treatments or creating awareness campaigns about brain tumor research. These added elements deepen the community aspect of the tragedy, showing how one man's fight reverberates through an entire network of relationships. A glimmer of hope or a tragic end? As we await the next chapters of this compelling storyline on The Bold and the Beautiful, one question remains at the forefront: will Liam Spencer survive this harrowing ordeal? The possibility of a crossover with David Hayward offers a tantalizing glimmer of hope, a chance that science and sheer willpower might triumph over despair. Bill's unwavering commitment to his son, paired with Liam's fierce love for his daughters, creates a narrative rich with emotion and suspense. Yet, the specter of loss lingers, reminding us that not all soap opera stories end with a happy resolution. Picture a future where Liam, against all odds, undergoes a groundbreaking procedure spearheaded by David and his team, emerging from surgery with a renewed lease on life. Envision the tearful reunions, the promises to never take another day for granted, and the strengthened bonds between father and son. Alternatively, brace for the possibility of a more somber outcome, where Liam's final moments are spent surrounded by loved ones, his legacy living on through his daughter's smiles. Whichever path the writers choose, this storyline is a poignant reminder of life's fragility and the enduring power of family. Thank you for joining us on the B&B Spoilers channel as we explored Liam Spencer's emotional and medical journey. Stay tuned for more updates as this gripping tale unfolds, and let us know in the comments how you think this story should end. Will David Hayward be Liam's savior, or is time simply not on his side?